come back again to say maybe they can win. Another question is maybe this team is getting set for a global football showpiece, and which they'll be going to the semi-final straight as representatives of European Cup competition. A defeat from Manchester City last night against Aston Villa, I saw that coming. Well, one is to just give a bottle of champagne and a cup, maybe a wine cup for Unai Emery. My name is Oladako Kunubi. Favor Laurentola is here this morning. Top of the morning to you. Favor, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastically well. Actually, I won't say I didn't see this coming, but that's the Manchester City we actually saw last season. And then when it came back from the Christmas break, it was a different Manchester City. Let's hope that after the Christmas break, the new year, the Manchester City that we know will be back and running.
3 straight drawn games, and the fourth one was a loss. But for Aston Villa, now this team has leapfrogged the Premier League champions to the third spot. Manchester City dropping to the fourth spot. Okay, well, we've got update from the world of NBA tennis this morning, and we'll look at football. Well, remember, Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan also conceded a goal against Sunshine Stars of Akure yesterday to lose the Southwest Derby, and Benga Gumbota is saying the team will be back. Let's jump straight. Remember, you can watch us live from anywhere across the globe. Jump on our Facebook fan page, Solutions 939 FM. Solutions 939 FM. Click like, subscribe, share. You can as well watch us live via YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Good morning!
Lavine has been sidelined for the past 3 games with a foot injury and was initially scheduled to be evaluated later this week. And without this again on the floor, Chicago Bulls put together its first 3-game winning streak of the season. Well, my prayer is that when I am absent, my team will miss me. But for this guy, it's not been missed. But let's look at some of the games that were played today and the result from the wee hours of this morning. In the NBA, we have Cleveland Cavaliers defeating Orlando Magic 121 points to 111 points. It was a great run for Memphis Grizzlies, the road to defeat Detroit Pistons 116 points to 102. Philadelphia 76ers 131 on the road, defeating Washington Wizards 126 points. Atlanta Hawks couldn't defeat Brooklyn Nets as they lost 113 points to 114. That was a point difference. Well, a very poor game on the road for San Antonio Spurs, losing to Minnesota Timberwolves 94 points to 102 points. Miami Heat edged Toronto Raptors 112 points to 103. We gave you the update earlier about Chicago Bulls and Charlotte Nets. That's 111 points to 100 points. Let's look at Oklahoma City Thunder, who actually lost to Houston Rockets 101 points to 110. Utah Jazz, very poor run against Dallas Maverick, losing 97 points to 147 points. Golden State Warriors, the Warriors themselves taking about, let's say, 4 points difference against Portland Trail Blazers, 110 points to 106. LA Clippers clipping the wings of Denver Nuggets, 111 points to 102. Later on today by 11 o'clock, Milwaukee Bucks will be up against Indiana Pacers.
Updates from the world of NBA. Now let's go straight and talk tennis this morning with the different updates. Talking about the first Grand Slam of the season. Former world number one ranked, that is Karolina Wozniacki, has been awarded one of the first wildcards for the 2024 Australian Open, and she's planning to bring her 2 young children to the scene of her biggest Grand Slam triumph.
Okay, Wozniacki, who is the 2018 Australian Open Women's Champion, and 6 Australian players granted the first batch of wildcards. The 33-year-old will return to top flight tennis in August after more than 3 years of the tour. Now, Emma Raducanu will return to tennis at the Auckland Open in January after 8 months out of the sport. Wow.
Raducanu, who pulled out of an exhibition event in China last month as a precaution, has not played since April and is currently ranked 296 in the world. The 21-year-old will make her comeback in Auckland Open on the week beginning January 1, with Coco Gauff also in action in the same tournament. Now, looking at updates coming from the Angus France WTA Challenger. Games going on today. Andrea Mitu will take on Erika Andreeva, and Schlo Parket against Aliza Cornet. The last game of the day, we see a selling knife against Elisabetta Coquierato. In Uruguay, Montevideo WTA Challenger, Ekaterina Gordzai will be up against Solana Serra by 5 o'clock today, as Gabriela Lee will be up against Renata Zarazua, and Maria Carle against Poluna Harkog by 6:30. The last singles game for today will be by 10 o'clock, where Diana Pari will take on Despina Papamikaya. Those are the games for the world of tennis and WTA, and we'll move to the other side. We'll look at headlines. We'll look at updates from the world of football. Yes, well, remember you can jump on our Facebook and YouTube channel, Solutions 939 FM. Send your comment, reactions, and more. Shout out to Mafoje Peters. We're a Manchester City fan this morning. How you doing, my friend?
No vex for me. Say I never call you since, but I hope that you are well. I hope your market sell. Every day I pray for you. Make you Baba, God bless you. I never forget you. I gon' forget you. See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you. Now me be your friend indeed. The money don't show. Some for you, you know go so far. Cause anything I get now for me and you, yeah. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? I know sometimes it feel like say nobody sent you. That's one lie I did for you, my friend. Oh, Remy, you always stay in my mind. I did me gone. I cherish you with my life. Don't worry yourself, oh. Everything go day alright. And if anybody try you, you know it's gonna be on sight. See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you. Let me be your friend indeed. Money don't show now. I don't keep some for you. No go so far, cause anything I get now for me and you, yeah. How are you, my friend?
This song is also dedicated to Yinkosola Okunubi. She's a Shooting Stars fan. How do you do, my friend? How are you? Hope you are fine.
I'm right beside you though. I'm also Shooting Stars fan. No problem.
Oh, sorry, favor.
We don't
How?
have we
How
don't
do you do?
we don't get problem. We don't have problem. We are fine. We're good.
Okay.
We should be directing that question though to Chelsea fans.
Okay. No. Inclusive. Chelsea, Manchester City, Shooting Stars. And by the way, shout out to Sports in Lagos, speaking the points on the road. Welcome to the second half of the show. It is Kickoff Sports Show live on Solutions 939 FM. My name is Oladako. Couldn't be Favor Lawrence is also here. Now let's go straight to the NPFL Nigeria Premier Football League, where result of games decided yesterday.
All right, we told you earlier, Abia Warriors, Sporting Lagos 1-0 draw. Atlant defeated Bendel Insurance 1-0. Quarry United and Doma played a goalless draw. Lobby Stars picked 3 points against Gombe 1-0. Niger Tornadoes, Remo Stars, a goalless draw. Plateau United, Enugu Rangers, that was a good one. A defeat to Enugu Rangers as they lost 2-1. Sunshine Stars, Shooting Stars, 1-0 at Akure, and Kwano Pillars actually...
In favor of which team?
In favor of Sunshine Stars. Kano Pillars actually defeated Akure United 1-0.
Now, talking about Kano Pillars, this happens to be a team that was struggling in the first part, like first five games of the season. Here is Kano Pillars in the top 5 spots on the NPFL
Wait.
and occupying the 4th position with 19 points from 12 matches.
Am I seeing double? We were on top. How did we drop to number
Why did we?
6? Shooting Stars.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Looking at the form of Shooting Stars in the last 5 games, Shooting Stars has failed to win 2 games. They won just a game, and that was the 1-0 victory over Kano Pillars. But look, they've drawn 2, lost 2 in the past 5 matches. But look at teams that are consistent on the NPFL log. Remo Stars, yes, drawn 2 games, 1-2, lost 1. Lobby Stars, second, 1-3, lost 2. Doma United, winning 3 and drawing 2 in the last 5 matches. It is more about consistency, and I mean, in the game of sports, you have to be consistent. Even in life, if you want to, to stand strong, stand out. You have to be consistent. I mean, you have to be consistent. But look at Enyimba International. Yes, look at the last 5 games. They've lost 1. They lost just 1 game, and that was the game they lost against Remo Stars, even at home. But look at the 4 games they won. They won against Lobby Stars, won against Bendel Insurance, won against Heartland, and won against Sunshine Stars of Akure. So for Shooting Stars, they just need to buckle up. They're playing against Katina United next, and that will be at the Lekon Salami Sports Complex. But now look at teams, down there. Look at Heartland FC of Owerri, a team that was rock bottom, 20th position, now 19th on the NPFL log. Since Kennedy Boboye came, this team has been, picking 1 or 2 points. They came to Ibadan, picked the points, which they drew goalless, and they went back home, defeated Bendel Insurance. Now they have 10 points. All they need to do is win their next game, and they will have that should be 13 points, and they'll be out of the relegation zone. They are playing Gombe United, and Gombe United is 17th on the NPFL log, a team that has lost the last 3 games this season.
They have hope.
I mean, losing against Kora United, losing against Kano Pillars at home 5-2, losing against Lobby Stars. So it shows that this is a game winnable for Kennedy Boboye of Heartland FC. So let's keep our fingers crossed to see what happens at the end of the day. But now let's go on a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Super Eagles of Nigeria, what the sports minister is saying ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations, what Julius Efosa Agawa is also saying. Then we'll listen to Pep Guardiola, Mauricio Pochettino, and there's another manager, Nottingham Forest manager, that is saying they cannot fire me. They cannot fire me. We have so many things to still achieve. Do not go anywhere.
Go over jolly. Fa la 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 la.
As we dance, they'll give us money. Fa la 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 la. Dad, your wallet is empty.
That's why I've got FCMB.
Fa la 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 la
The little moments of joy that we share with our loved ones is what lights up the season and makes it truly special. Merry Christmas from FCMB. FCMB, my bank and I.
Omo, you're always on your phone. You don't even have time for your guys anymore. Where you they see this data?
Sorry, bro. It's Ayoba.
Ayoba? Which babe is that one again?
Ayoba is not a babe. It's the all-in-one app that lets you chat and call friends, listen to music, play games, get trendy gist, and many more. All on the app. No need for multiple apps. Just use Ayoba and enjoy.
Yo, tell me more.
Yes! With Ayoba, you can play, work, have fun, share files, and many more. And that's not all. MTN subscribers get 700 MB weekly to enjoy all these on Ayoba. So, what are you waiting for? Download Ayoba now on Play Store or App Store to get started.
Guy, this Ayoba is better than you said, oh.
MTN, what are we doing today?
Let there be. Whatever you wish for this season, Amazon delivers with Eddie Murphy's latest festive family hit, Candy Cane Lane.
Don't freak out.
Dirty your December with gritty action comedy, Twisted Metal.
This is gonna be fun.
And Richa is back in action for a bigger than ever season 2.
I don't hit soft.
So whatever you wish for this festive season, it's right here on Prime Video.
I'm enchanted.
Let there be love.
John!
What's up?
Check your phone. I just sent you Momo referral.
My mama don't run that one for me since now. Me say for the find who I go refer, make a quick hammer my million.
Hey! You too fit be one of the 6 millionaires for the Momo Refer and Win promo. To win, dial *671# to sharply open your Momo account and select option 6 to refer your family and friends them. After that, make sure see them open Momo account and use them recharge time or data at least 100 naira. Chicken. Now, the more people where you refer, the more you go win. Oh. If you don't see out of 6 million naira every week, you fit to chop out of 160 million naira. Momo Refer and Win promo. The more you refer, the more you win. This promo will run from November 2010 to 31st December 2023. Terms and conditions they shall.
Santa Claus is now right here at Solutions 93.9 FM, kids. And you can have a fantastic end of the year party also. With just 2,000 naira, you can see Santa Claus right here. And guess what? With the same ticket, you gain entrance into Solutions 93.9 FM's annual Kiddies End of the Year party.
Party after party, after party after party.
Parents, schools, churches, and organizations. From December 1, 2023, Santa Claus will be here with goodie bags for your kids. With this token, you can allow your kids to experience the wonders of Christmas and the pleasurable end of the year season. If you demand, we can also transfer Santa Claus to your schools, your churches, and your organizations and anywhere at a discounted rate. All you have to do is reach out to us at 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, Okeado, Ibadan. Or you can contact us on 0817-452-0785 or 0818-090-5832. Solutions 93.9 FM Santa's Grotto. Let the kids breathe.
Sponsors are Small Foods, Pop Cola, French Realm, Quep Foundation, Capital Kitchen, ATM Mall, Paris Bakery, Pure Bliss, AARC, Motor G, Haloma Electrical Engineering, Engineer Femi Alao, Alaja Shimolo, Engineer Alarakwe, Senator Yunus Akintunde.
72 hours with God. It's December edition. God will be working miracles, liberating every destiny through the prophetic ministry of His anointed servant, Prophet Abel Taiwojo, tagged No More Delay. Is a special, powerful program you need at this time. Join us on Friday 8th to Sunday 10th of December 2023 at Mercy Camp, Kilometer 18 Ibadan Expressway, Osengiri, Ibadan. Friday and Saturday morning session from 9 a.m. to 12 noon WAT. Afternoon session 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. WAT. Vigil 12 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. WAT. And on Sunday 10th of December from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon WAT. While Vigil will be coming up from 10 p.m. till dawn. Music ministrations by Elijah Akintunde, Adeyinka Lashiyori, Dare Melody, and Dare Justify. God's servants will be ministering so powerfully. Prophet Taiwojo and other anointed ministers of God. For inquiries 0805-027-5779. Connect with us on Facebook at Prophet Taiwojo Live.
One of the great Premier League rivalries, United against Chelsea. 18 Premier League titles between them, both looking to recapture old glories. Fernandes, oh, it's a great save. The rebound smashed over the top.
It wasn't one of Bruno's best penalties.
Fernandes, Garnacho, blocked, the rebound, smashed in. It's that man again, Scott McTominay, who can't stop scoring. And that's reward for such a bright, positive start for Manchester United. United 1, Chelsea 0. Thiago Silva, Mudryk. That reverse ball is excellent. It's Palmer, still going. Palmer! He comes back to Manchester and he scores for Chelsea. Driving forward, Reguilon. He finds Garnacho. Garnacho chipped a great ball up. Guess who? Yeah, that's right. Scott McTominay. He's done it yet again. A gorgeous dinked ball, and McTominay couldn't miss, didn't miss, and United lead again 2-1. Questions answered, points proven. A passionate Manchester United performance to prove some of those doubters wrong. United back on track. United 2, Chelsea 1.
Okay, so some Chelsea fans will say, "Oh, why did you have to play this at this time?" Yes, I just have to play it because I may forget to play it. Yes, that is it. And well, let's go straight to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria's preparation for the Africa Cup of Nations. And there are a lot of warnings for Super Eagles coach Jose Pesario.
All right, the first warning from a Nigerian international, Etim Esin advised the Super Eagles coach Jose Pesario to select players for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations based on merit and form.
Recall that Nigeria has been pitched in the Group A alongside host Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau.
All right, former Nigerian international Julius Arboa has urged the Super Eagles to develop a winning mentality culture at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations.
Well, remember the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who are 3 times African champions, will open their campaign at AFCON 2023 against Equatorial Guinea and are at the Al Hassan Katara Stadium, Ebimpe, on January 14. Now to the Honorable Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Owen Eno has convened a high-level meeting on Wednesday with the leadership of the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, and coach of the Super Eagles, Jose Pesario, to deliberate on strategic plans and preparation towards the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations.
The collaborative session held at the Minister's office in Abuja focused on fostering synergy and solidifying a comprehensive roadmap to ensure optimal preparation to success for the Nigerian national football team at the highly anticipated tournament.
Okay, wishing Super Eagles of Nigeria all the best. Now, going straight to the English Premier League, not really a good story for Liverpool and their defender Job Matip.
Well, his career may be over after jogging confirmed the central defender had ruptured his ACL.
Matip went off injured after 69 minutes of Liverpool's 4-3 win over Fulham. Now let's go about Pep Guardiola this morning.
All right, Pep Guardiola has admitted Manchester City are struggling after 4th Premier League game in a row without a win. Well, City lost 1-0 to Aston Villa yesterday night on the back of 3 consecutive draws against Chelsea, Liverpool and Tottenham.
Now let's go straight and talk about Manchester United, a team that scored 2 goals last night. Also for Erik ten Hag dropping Marcus Rashford. Now, Erik ten Hag said Manchester United have not been in a crisis, despite negative headlines and a string of bad results. After 2 McTominay goals, secured a 2-1 Old Trafford win against Chelsea.
Well, United won convincingly.
Was that convincing? Okay.
That is what.
Okay, let's go.
Despite Marcus Rashford's demotion to the substitutes bench, and the victory moved Ten Hag's team to within 3 points of reigning champions Manchester City, with 4th after 1-0 loss at Aston Villa.
Okay, now talking about Mauricio Pochettino, who has his team, fall against Manchester United, believes that the boys can still bounce back, and it is not just excuses.
That is about to perform. Football is about to perform and show your reality on the pitch. We cannot mix this situation. I think we are in a different project, and we are not going to change what we were saying from the beginning of the season. That we knew that it's difficult, even if with all the players fit, we knew that it's going to be difficult, but when you have...
Well, he knew that the game will be difficult now for Jurgen Klopp. Well, he's saying despite bad results coming from Manchester City, no one should write off the Premier League champions.
Points like crazy, so they're around Chelsea. I'm not sure if they're coming. So it's all this kind of thing. You have to play them anyway. Who cares where they are? We have to play them, and they are incredibly strong. The league is incredibly strong. You need to be lucky to get through difficult moments. With injuries especially, and so I have no clue where this will end up.
Sure. Is the potential list of winners longer than maybe the last couple of seasons?
I'm really not interested in that, to be honest.
All right, Nottingham Forest missing Taiwo Awoniyi, but the boss Steve Cooper insisted he was not thinking about losing his job and can turn things around amidst reports he will be sacked after an embarrassing 5-0 defeat at Fulham.
Cooper's side suffered a 4th consecutive defeat with Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis leaving Craven Cottage 20 minutes before full time. Is that not a handwriting on the wall? But now let's talk about Kevin De Bruyne.
It could not be set for an immediate return. It won't be set for an immediate return after it being picked in Manchester City squad for this month's Club World Cup in Saudi Arabia, FIFA on Wednesday released the official 23-man squad for the tournament. The Stars, the Zambra 12, and the presence of the Bruners name stood out.
Okay, well, remember, UEFA has introduced the Women's Health Experts Panel with the goal of gaining a deeper understanding of anterior cruciate ligaments, ACL injuries, and their occurrence in the women's game. Okay, now let's just quickly update you that 2 matches are going down in the English Premier League today.
All right, similarly strong side Everton will be taking on Newcastle, while Tottenham will be hosting West Ham today. That's in the Premier League. In the French League on, Brest will be taking on Strasbourg, and we'll have other games played in the Eredivisie side.
Okay, so we'll move on this morning to the other side. But before moving on to the other side, let's check message coming from Duke Perano this morning.
Good morning, young striker. 9 favor can go and get us for Manchester United. Excuse you. We are Chelsea, okay? We decided not to win against Manchester United. You should know by now that we don't do well against small teams. So Manchester United is now a small team. Where do you put Luton? Where do you put other teams? Why not just say you want to play against Manchester City and say that it's a small team? I think that's sarcasm from your side.
Okay, well, guys, we have to move to the other side where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Shout out to Shegun Falabi, Lucius Musa, any other man there? I know, okay, Mafoja Peters, hey, do not go anywhere because to the other side, Damola Lafenwa will be here. My name is Oladapo. Could it be? Remember, Solutions FM's Father Christmas Grotto is still open.
And my name is Favor. Lawrence is still open till around 10:30. Stay tuned.
It's in the air, I can feel it everywhere. Oh, it's the time of the year once again. Oh my dear, you've been far away for a while. Are you coming home this time? It will be much fun with you here on this hammer time. You know, go to a fair. On this anchor where we go, where I know your size, you don't dare till your side. Yeah, yeah. Cause we're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Keresimesi ọdún dé. Christ is the reason I've got so much love in my heart. I will share it with everybody. Joy to the world because Emmanuel is born and his reign is forevermore. So while my soul is weary, I will not forget the greatest gift of all. Oh yeah, yeah. And while I'm celebrating, I will remember the ones that need some loving, cause we're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Keresimesi ọdún dé. Ọdún olówó, ọdún ọlọ́mọ. Ọdún aláyọ̀, ọdún olórin o. Ọdún olówó, ọdún ọlọ́mọ. 'Cause we're gonna have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're gonna have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're gonna have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Keresimesi ọdún dé.
Santa Claus is now right here at Solutions 93.9 FM, kids, and you can have a fantastic end of the year party also. With just 2,000 Naira, you can see Santa Claus right here. And guess what? With the same ticket, you gain entrance into Solutions 93.9 FM's annual Kiddies End of the Year party.
Party after party, after party, after party.
Parents, schools, churches, and organizations. From December 1, 2023, Santa Claus will be here with goodie bags for your kids. With this token, you can allow your kids to experience the wonders of Christmas and the pleasurable end of the year season. If you demand, we can also transfer Santa Claus to your schools, your churches, and your organizations and anywhere at a discounted rate. All you have to do is reach out to us at 100 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Aweni House, Okeado, Ibadan. Or you can contact us on 0817-452-0785 or 0818-090-5832. Solutions 93.9 FM Santa's Grotto. Let the kids dream.
Sponsors are Small Foods, Pop Cola, French Rail, Quef Foundation, Capital Kitchen, ATM Mall, Paris Bakery, Pure Bliss, AARC, Motor G, Paloma Electrical Engineering, Engineer Femi Alao, Alaja Shimolo, Engineer Alarakwe, Senator Yunus Akintunde. Let's be dynamic with your morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stand, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
You offend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Okay, it's the 7th day in the month of December 2023. My name is Adedamala Lafenwa. Time check 9:35. And it's time for us to take you through some stories in some of today's national dailies. And then this morning, I've got the Nigerian Tribune as well as Vanguard newspapers. Good morning, Favor Olontola.
Good morning to you. I didn't want to mistake you for any other person, so I just had to calm down to know if I was actually sitting beside laughing. But hey, it's a beautiful day, the 7th day in the month of December. Another 7th December will be in 2024. We can have another one, so make a good use of this particular one. The name is Favor Oloruntola. I've got the Punch newspaper and the Nation newspaper this morning.
Okay, in a short while we shall be joined virtually by our guest analyst. But before we do that, let's give you some of the stories that make the headlines of some of today's national daily. Starting with the Vanguard newspaper this beautiful Thursday morning. This is not a very good one for the retirees. It says more suffering for retirees as FG cuts pension spending by 21%. That story is found on page 19. NJC OK's 11 new justices for Supreme Court. The story is found on page 8. Demolition. Court freezes Kano government accounts over 30 billion naira compensation. The story is also found on page 13 of the Vanguard newspaper. Now moving to the biggest headline on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this Thursday morning. It says a bombing error won't deter fight against terrorism. And there are numbers of riders under that thing. That caption, the first one is saying UN deplores incident. Death toll rises to 127. Victims recount ordeals. Some injured moved to Army 44 Reference Hospital. PDP demands probe. Compensation for victims. CSO6 overhaul of security architecture. The story is found on page 5. Budget 2024, military to sustain assault on terrorist bandits. The story is found on page 9. Plot to subvert people's will portends danger, coalition. Another one says government should discourage pegging naira to our currency. Experts. Let me take 2 more stories. Stop tax waivers, concessions already granted to corporate entities, Senate tells FG. And the last one I'll be taking is it says Pastor Chris Oyakilome sharing God's love through ministry. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of our Vanguard newspaper this beautiful Thursday morning.
Right, on the Punch newspaper this morning, we have this one written. Kaduna village bombing. Protesters storm National Assembly. AI threatened sued. Death rate 127. As at yesterday, it was less than 100. Today, it's already 127. You can get that story on page 2. Protesters condemn killings. United Nations urges military to protect civilians. PDP asks Tinubu to declare national mourning. Victims may demand 29 billion naira. That story on the Punch newspaper. Moving away from that, federal government votes 50 billion naira for a student loan. Page 28. Suspended ritualists. The suspected ritualist, this member OAU student, sells part to Ogun. Yahoo boy. Page 5 of the Punch
That's
newspaper
gruesome.
this morning. That's so gruesome. Family mourns Nigerian lady strangled to death in UK. The story was read out yesterday, pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Now, to the state of the nation, 346 billion naira voted for presidential jets, refreshments, others. Airlines eye $964 billion Nigerian. African carriers post losses. Federal government loses $16 trillion to 9-year conflict with Intel's NPA. You can find that story on page 20 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay, moving to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, we have this one saying NJC recommends Sami Abiru Sanki, 8 others as Supreme Court justices. Another one, P&G to dissolve ground operations in Nigeria. Revert to import-only business model. This is an angle that we will be looking into this morning on the program. Kaduna drone strike. Protesters storm National Assembly. PDP wants independent probe. Court of Appeal relocates Kogi governorship election petitions tribunal to Abuja. Alleged attack on tribunal secretary. Police warn against inflammatory statements. The story is found on page 23. Police arrest suspected ritualist over death of 100-level OAU student. That story is found on page 15. No money voted to renovate my residence. Bajabiamila. Page 8. FD to leverage Islamic finance to fund green projects. And let me take one more story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Stop tax waivers, offer rebates. Senate committee asks FG. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
From the Nation newspaper, we have this. NJC case, 11 justices for Supreme Court. 5 in police net over alleged disruption of NAN's convention in Abuja. I didn't go to Kuje to visit the Mayfiele or Niofife. Court of Appeal relocates Kogi governorship election petitioned tribunal to Abuja. We have the son while sanctions on Republic of Niger should be lifted by Senator Ndume. Death toll in aerodrome rises to 127 survivors. Protesters demand minister's resignation over Kaduna bombing. Sanwo-Olu swears in 2 new EXCO members. This and more from the pages of the Nation newspaper. Remember, you can join us live on Facebook at Solutions939FM. Drop your comments there, and very soon we'll hope in the studio lines you can just write it down or put this somewhere. 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. We'll be back shortly.
Okay, right now we have our guest analyst already joining us virtually with us now. That is Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokwe. A beautiful morning to you, sir.
A wonderful, beautiful morning to you, my dear comrade, brother and sister.
Okay, let's go straight to the business of the day at 16 minutes to 10. Now, yesterday we were talking about the drone attack, which the military came out a few days ago to say it was a mistake. And you said something yesterday about the fact that it's a normal thing, it's a friendly fire. Abi, did I get you right then? You said it was a friendly fire.
Yes, that is what it is called, the military power.
Okay, but after the program yesterday, I did a little research and I came to realize that this mistake that the military has just come out to admit is like one too many of such mistakes. And I got the data. I'll read them out to you now. In January 2017, there was a mistake bombing that killed about 236 people, blowing up a refugee camp in Borno. That was in 2017, January. There was another one in April 2020 that about 17 children playing under a mango tree were mistakenly bombed in Borno as well. In 2021, a fish market was mistakenly bombed in Borno, also killing dozens of people who came to buy fish. And in January 2023, this year, there was one that killed about 40 civilians in Kaduna. Now we are having another one, which the military has come out to say it was a mistake. And now on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, under the rider, there's this one saying, review rules of engagement, United Nations tells military. What's your take on this? One too many mistakes.
Oh, let me say this. Just barely 48 hours ago, the Israeli military had to apologize for hitting the Lebanese army. The Israeli army was as developed, as sophisticated as the Israeli army is, technology-wise. Even when the United States gives equipment to the Israelis add their own value to it. As sophisticated as they are, barely 48 hours ago, they had to apologize to the Lebanese government because in targeting Hezbollah, in error, they hit Lebanese troops. That was just barely 48 hours ago. The United States has, once in a while, especially when they're fighting outside, hit their own troops. Even their own troops, not even troops of other countries, in error, hitting their own troops. Yes, very sad, very tragic. You mentioned about between 2017, and you know that Nigeria has been engaged in 2009 with insecurity in that location. The equipment that we use, we are not manufacturers. Of course, there is a human error part of it. The other part that I do not just like is that one of the military officers, speaking for the army, said that the locals, they were harboring
bandits
terrorists.
and terrorists.
bandits and all of that. That is an irresponsible, way of talking. That is absolutely responsible and very condemnable in all ramifications. We're talking about human life here. One human life alone. You read yesterday, 12 members of a family, 32 members of a family. I mean, how do you assuage the feelings of such a people?
And the death toll keeps rising.
120 something. So it is very bad. 2017, 2020, 20 over 4 instances. And you see, when you compare that to the number of sorties, and when you say sorties, I mean the bombing run, that the Air Force, what happened was in the hands of the air component of the Nigerian Army, not the Air Force. And when you add those sorties, the bombing runs that the Air Force has conducted in between 2017 and now, and when you now add the Army components of it, it cannot be up to 0.5% of those bombing runs that the Air Force and the air component of the Army has conducted. When you put that together, I mean, it is almost infinitesimal, to the damage that was done. So, it is very sad. It is quite unfortunate. And even to be talking about compensation, I mean, how do you compensate for a human life? How do you compensate for the life of a young man that is in tertiary education? You want to estimate how much you will earn in a lifetime of working?
Or how do you compensate a man that has lost like 12 children and wife too?
So how do you compensate? And, in our culture, a father, mother, receiving compensation for the death of a child, I mean, it's very, very, very sad. Of course, there will be investigation. But believe you me, let me make it abundantly clear, the military is like a call. Unless there is, of course, carelessness, that is culpable. If somebody is found actually culpable for avoidable errors, the military will not definitely expose one of their own. So these things do happen. It's very sad. It is tragic. And the military officer that talked about the locals harboring bandits is irresponsible in its entirety and unacceptable. But with the Kaduna, with the Northern Elders Forum saying the president is only interested in the economy, where he has planted his people, is not interested in security. They must realize that no sane human being will invest in an unsafe environment. So to accuse the president of being insensitive may just be playing politics with human lives, which is unacceptable.
Okay. It's nice that you mentioned, investors, because we are going towards the economy of Nigeria at the moment. At the G20 summit, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wooed foreign investors. This morning, we got news about P&G dissolving ground operations in Nigeria, reverts to import-only business models. According to all the reports we're getting this morning, price of goods will also skyrocket when P&G leaves. Now, the president is wooing foreign investors into the country, not actually, considering the ones that are in the country. The environment is not conducive, the economy is not conducive. The ones that are leaving will now begin to import. Let's look at the effect on the economy. Isn't this just misplacement of priorities and,
or like more like putting the horse before the cart.
Before the cart.
The cart before the horse, rather.
In whichever way.
Believe you me, it looks like that. You see, you are going around the world.
Wooing investors.
You are purportedly wooing investors. Wooing investors into a hostile environment. And when I say hostile hostile in terms of ease of doing business. The president went to India and he met one of the biggest guys there. And the man told our president, our own president, that his papers have been stuck in Abuja bureaucratic maze for nothing less than 1 year. And what does it mean for the papers to be stuck there? When the officer, scheduled officer says, this man is bringing a 500 million investment into Nigeria, I will say, okay, for me to approve and push to the next table, $10,000, bring $5,000. And the vice president, our former vice president, they were talking about ease of doing business, ease of doing business. What has happened to that? Has the ease of doing business, has it improved? The main issue here, as the main component, the main major component of production is power. It constitutes now about 25-30% of cost of production. And you see, which industry are you going to be running on LPFO or AG or diesel?
Or diesel.
Which economy? Which economy runs on diesel? It doesn't make sense. These are the issues that we should address. This is critical. Power. You know, the implications, the multiplier effect of power is critical. That company that folded up, in that report, 4 other companies too were mentioned. And Procter & Gamble alone employed 5,000 people.
Favor was saying that
the people
leading to unemployment.
The unemployment will rise.
They sold their plant, $300 million plant in Agbara. They sold it. And they sold it. It is now being used as a warehouse. Of course, they will have removed their plant, their equipment, and taken it to a more conducive environment. We keep talking about Nigeria, 200 million plus people, 200 million plus market. Of course, that market can be fed. They don't have to put plants here if the environment is hostile. That means we have to be imported. We need to do something. What is the plan for power? What is the plan for power to make power available? They say there's a power cartel in this country. As we are today, our transmission lines cannot wheel 6,000 kilowatts. 6,000 kilowatts. If Lagos for it. So we have to get serious. A man, one of the people nominees for ministerial appointment, already developed a 7-year plan for power for Nigeria. But political shenanigans made them not put the man in the cabinet. We have to get serious. 200 million population and market is not enough to make us a destination for foreign investors. It is not enough.
Now, one of the aftermath effects of this folding up of companies in Nigeria, foreign companies in Nigeria, as in grounding operations, is the high cost of the high cost of not even living, but the high prices of goods, items. I mean, because now P&G is saying that they are dissolving all ground operations in Nigeria and they are reverting to importing only. So the goods, their products that are being produced, manufactured in other countries will be imported into Nigeria and sold to us at high prices. Now, the president was saying some weeks ago that his policies, judging by the policies he has brought up in Nigeria since the inception of his administration, it deserves a Guinness record. It deserves his name to be put on the Guinness World Record book or so. Now, these policies, are they really friendly, economically friendly to Nigerians, like you said?
You see, let me reiterate this, the president is a dreamer, and dreamers talk like the way he talks. Always, you know that. Now, those policies, ordinarily, we should not worry ourselves about the exchange rate of the dollar to the naira. Ask yourself, what is the exchange rate of the Japanese yen to the dollar? What is the exchange rate of the Chinese currency to the dollar? When we worry ourselves to death about the exchange rate of the dollar to the naira, Simply because we are not a productive country, we are an import-dependent country. We import everything that we use. What is it that we manufacture here, really? What is it? Even the things that we purport to manufacture here, we import the raw material. Look, our petrochemical industry is not functional. We do not have a steel industrial complex. Petrochemicals and steel industry, they are fundamental to industrialization. And we do not even have the power to back it up. So, what are we doing here? We're just consuming. And what is it that earns us foreign exchange? Crude oil. Crude oil earns us foreign exchange. And that crude oil that we ourselves should be processing and exporting, the whole of the West African coast, we should be supplying now. The whole of the West African coast, we should be supplying them finished product. The whole of West Africa, we have 16 countries. At least we should be supplying 7, 8 countries finished product. We just pipe our product to Ghana, Togo, Gambia, and all of that. Supplying them. And then gas, natural gas, to Europe. All of this should be earning us money. Rather, it is only crude oil that we are exporting. We are not even meeting our OPEC. We are not even meeting our OPEC quota. If not for the slight increase that we witnessed since this administration came in, that oil theft and all the other shenanigans was slightly reduced. Then, what policies is the president putting in place that puts exchange rate of the naira at 750? What policy? And you say they are defending the naira. Why? You don't defend the naira with dollar. You defend the naira with production. When Nigeria's economy was said to be strong, when Nigeria's currency was said to be strong, and on the streets of London, and when I mean streets of London, the marketplaces in London, Nigeria's naira was being exchanged. It was after when the military came in 1984 that you remember the 54 suitcases. It was loaded with naira notes that was in use on the streets of London by Nigerians and that was being supplied by Nigerians there. So you can tell now the swapping of position. Look, our economy is not productive. We are not producing. And those that are producing are shutting down. Go and ask those who are in business in Nigeria. They are passing through terrible times. To be a businessman in Nigeria, it is not an easy task.
Now,
it is for...
Comrade, this brings to question, what is now the job of his economic advisors? Are they not seeing things our way?
Let me tell you, we did not arrive at this junction overnight. If you are going to tackle power, even the power plan that was put in place by the ministerial nominee that failed to pass through the hurdle was a 7-year plan. Let me tell you, when they break transmission down, we are transmitting power around the country on what they call a radial transmission. If you are transmitting power from Kaduna to Ibadan, and there's a breakdown in Ilorin, that is the end. Power will not get to Ibadan. It will not go beyond Ilorin. So we are doing a straight line transmission. All of this has to be broken down. Nigeria cannot be treated in terms of power transmission as a single entity. 1 million square miles of Nigeria as a single entity of transmission. It's not going to work. When it was working, it wasn't like that. They were generating power in LA here. Go there, the equipment are still there. The power that was being generated at LA was being generated with coal from Enugu. Where is the coal again? So it doesn't have to be power generated through water alone, hydro. You have Kamal, you have the one in Egbe, powered by gas. So it has to be broken down. The transmission, generation has been broken down. The transmission too has to be broken down. You say the economic advisors are not working. No, they are working. The result of their work, there must be consistency and integration.
I didn't say they are not working. I'm just only asking, are they not seeing things our way, the way we are seeing things?
We are not going to get results overnight. We are not going to get results overnight. The shortest time we're going to be getting results, it will take 1 year. And for it to be effective in terms of food price index, it will take a year of policy input, not just you can formulate policy, but implementation of policy, it will take a year if those policies are sound for us to see positive effects. We are always in a hurry in this country. We don't give any administration time.
I
this
understand.
Administration came in and it had been vilified from day one.
Okay,
yes,
I know Favor is already itching to say something, but based on the last statement you made, now you keep saying that Nigerians should be patient, that Rome was not built in a day. Nigerians are ready to be patient, but it saddens the heart when we are on the street groaning in pain, trying to be patient with the government, and we now start to hear billions of naira, billions of things being allocated to what you can call frivolities. I mean, you now begin. We are Nigerians. Okay, we are suffering on the street, but how long? While we are suffering, we are hearing. I mean, we read something yesterday. The amount of money for foodstuff alone in Aso Villa. I mean,
and that is where I'm even going to, because I was about to ask this question. Yes, we've already established the frivolous spendings. We've established the fact that the president is going around the world. Of course, we are expecting probably we have the results in 1 year. And now, most suffering, according to the Vanguard newspaper, for retirees, as federal government cuts pension spending to 21%.
By 21%.
By 21%. Why not cut the budget,
the jumbo allocation
at the Asavia, and just make sure that people who have worked for 30 years
are enjoying their retirement. Why do they have to cut from them? I mean, these are the things. These are the questions Nigerians are asking.
The question about, you see, who are the people who prepare those budgets? It is the bureaucrats. They are the greatest beneficiaries of the sleaze going on. How many politicians are there? It is the bureaucrats that are the greatest beneficiaries of the sleaze. I don't know this. Okay, is it the chief of staff that will renovate his own house? Is it the chief of staff that will award the contract? It is the bureaucrats. The bureaucrats are the ones in charge. A local government chairman comes into office. He has never worked in a bureaucratic setting. Does he know director of finance from director of the other department? It is the bureaucrats that fix them. So we must demand, I'm saying this and I'm saying it over and over again, transparency. Look, when the budget is being prepared, in the United States, for instance, where we borrowed this presidential system from, there are groups that lobby, professional agencies that lobby. They have lobbyists. Every interest group, they employ professional lobbyists. They go and lobby for pursuit of their interests when budgets are being prepared. The former Minister of Information, he now has a company, an agency, that lobbies in the United States. They just came into Nigeria, but that culture is not part of us. You will go and hire them, and then your own area of interest, they will go to the hearings of the committees of the National Assembly and publicly argue, and then bring to the attention of the public what is wrong with that part of the budget. We do not have that culture there. And those who are representing us, are they competent?
But comrade,
are they competent?
Comrade, I beg to differ there. On this program one time, I spoke about the president of Zambia, that is Nchilema. When these budgets are being prepared, why are the principals not asking questions? I mean, the same, a budget was prepared for Nchilema when he was inaugurated as the president of Zambia. And in the budget, they earmarked a certain amount of billions to purchase new presidential cars. And he asked the question, he said, why are you spending this much for my cars? What happened to the cars my predecessor used? Are they not functioning? Remove this from the budget. Why are our principals, if okay, they didn't prepare the budget themselves, but why are they not asking questions?
Look through it.
Why are they not looking through it?
Let me tell you, that budget is 27 point something trillion. Let's even assume they want to buy vehicles of 100 or 250 billion. Let's join the executive and the legislative arm together. Let's even say they want to buy vehicles for 300 billion. Look, the hidden items, you will find one item on force of head in one particular agency. The people in the National Assembly, that is why they call them not just legislators, they are to do oversight. They are not equipped. That is the hangover that we suffered from the hands of military. Look, when the military came, the executive branch remained. When the military came, the judicial branch remained. They couldn't do away with the judicial branch. They couldn't do away with the executive branch, which they headed as governors. But they did away with the legislative branch. The legislative branch was nullified. The executive branch continued to grow. The judicial branch continued to grow. The legislative branch, when we came in 1979, they started from ground zero, demolished again in 1983. In 1990, in the days of the transition of Babangida, we started from ground zero, demolished again. In 1999, demolished, we started from ground zero. But what do we have? 360 members of the House of Reps. 100 did not return out of 360. In the Senate, how many are returnees? How many people have spent 3 terms there? How many people have spent 4 terms there? That is parliament, but they see the parliament as representation. If local governments, I know local governments, 2 local governments that constitute a federal constituency. One local government will do one term, another, the next local government will do the next term. You will spend the first year, go and find out. In the National Assembly, you will spend the first year learning the ropes, and then you will spend 2 years working, and then you will spend the 4th year
campaigning,
seeking re-election. These are the people that are to oversight the executive, to checkmate. That is why they call them representatives. The president elected nationwide, but he is not representing me. My representative is from my federal constituency and my senatorial district. Yet they are not equipped to represent me. What then do you expect? The executive will just be doing what they like. That is where our challenge lies. Our representatives, if we want quality representation, we have to approach it with all seriousness. When I got to the National Assembly in 1999, there was no library in the National Assembly. There was no library. There were no offices for members of the National Assembly except for leadership. You know, the Senate President, the Vice President, the Deputy Senate President, the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and the whip, you know, the majority leader. Those are the only ones that had offices. Others did not have offices, and you expect them to work. Committee chairmen did not even have offices. They had to work in offices of the committees. Not even all the committees had offices. You understand? It is that bad. They had to chase the Federal Civil Service Commission adjacent to the National Assembly. They had to chase them out to accommodate how many offices they don't want to have, ground floor and 1, 2. Then they did some additions. It is now. But the turnover of our representatives who oversight the executive, who is to checkmate the executive, we have to think seriously about our representatives. The kind of people that will stand there, they are the people that will checkmate. You see how robust debate is in the British Parliament. You see how robust the debate is in the American Congress. You see these things now.
But comrade, let me remind you that Nchilema, Zambia's president, also had representatives that this budget passed through and they didn't see anything wrong. But when it got to his table, he asked questions that why are you spending this much for me, for my cars? So let's assume that representatives are not doing that. What why are the principals not asking questions?
Let me tell you, most of the people in positions of power, and I mean real power in this country, are captives of power. What is the size of the White House? What is the size of the White House where the president lives? One building like this, ground 1, 2 floors. Have you ever been to Aso Rock? Because of maintenance, they have to pay. They paint it probably every 6 months, not even 1 year, to keep it as what. Why? What for? An imperial presidency, we have to scale down. We have to scale down the size of governance in this country. Look, I was reading an interview somewhere, Tafawa Balewa. In fact, I lived in the house when my brother was working in Lagos. I lived in the house on King George. The house where Tafawa Balewa, Prime Minister, lived. Ordinary house. Tafawa Balewa probably, he did not even, they met him. Somebody told me that they met Tafawa Balewa, Prime Minister of Nigeria. They met him by standing with his file in his hand. His car broke down. Prime Minister. Can you imagine the governor's vehicle breaking down in Nigeria, in Ibadan or in Lagos? All hell will be let loose. Prime Minister's car broke down. Somebody gave him a ride to his house. That means he didn't have a backup car. That means he didn't have pilot and escort. You understand? So what is wrong with us? We are confusing the paraphernalia of office with the office itself. It won't take us far. It won't take us, in fact, it won't take us anywhere. I was looking at the breakdown. Somebody did a breakdown, and I will send this to you. All the geopolitical zones in Nigeria, their IGR, and what the governor's office of the governor alone, the expenditure of the governor's office alone exceeds what the state generates. How can the office of the governor be spending more than the entire thing that the state generates, except in Southwest and even in the South, the expenditure of governor's office alone exceeds every year what the state makes. How do you justify that? Governor's office alone. We are not serious. It is not going to take us far. We have to start working hard at the future if we think there's a future for this country. All of us, each and every one of us, but especially the people that purport to lead us. They are not leaders. They do not show qualities of leadership. And leaders must have vision and must have a plan of taking their people there. I do not see leadership in action. But each time I say it, they tell me that where do the leaders emerge from? They emerge from our midst. So we are the same with our leaders.
All right. Thank you very much. Comrade Ayodeji for being a part of the program.
Very hot one this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm wishing you a very wonderful day, sir.
Thank you. All right. We're getting comments on our WhatsApp platform, X platform, at the same time on Facebook. Remember, you can also drop yours and be a part of the program. We'll have to go on the short commercial break right now. When we come back, we'll take everything that you've sent so far. Stay tuned.
Omo, you're always on your phone. You don't even have time for your guys anymore. Where you they see this data?
Sorry, bro. It's Ayoba.
Ayoba? Which babe is that one again?
Ayoba is not a babe. It's the all-in-one app that lets you chat and call friends, listen to music, play games, get trendy gist, and many more. All on the app. No need for multiple apps. Just use Ayoba and enjoy.
Yo, tell me more.
Yes! With Ayoba, you can play, work, have fun, share files, and many more. And that's not all. MTN subscribers get 700 MB weekly to enjoy all these on Ayoba. So, what are you waiting for? Download Ayoba now on Play Store or App Store to get started.
Guy, this Ayoba is better than you said, oh.
MTN, what are we doing today?
Let there
Whatever you wish for this season, Amazon delivers with Eddie Murphy's latest festive family hit, Candy Cane Lane.
Don't freak out.
Dirty your December with gritty action comedy, Twisted Metal.
This is gonna be fun.
And Richa is back in action for a bigger than ever season 2.
I don't hit soft.
So whatever you wish for this festive season, it's right here on Prime Video.
I'm enchanted.
Let there be love.
John, what's up? Check your phone. I just sent you Momo referral.
My mama don't run that one for me since now. Me say for the find who I go refer, make I become my million.
Hey! You too fit be one of the 6 millionaires for the Momo Refer and Win promo. To win, dial *671# to sharply open your Momo account and select option 6 to refer your family and friends them. After that, make sure see them open Momo account and use them recharge time or data at least 100 naira. Chicken. Now, the more people where you refer, the more you go win. Oh. If you don't see out of 6 million naira every week, you fit to chop out of 160 million naira. Momo Refer and Win promo. The more you refer, the more you win. This promo will run from November 2010 to 31st December 2023. Terms and conditions stay shown.
72 hours with God. It's December edition. God will be working miracles, liberating every destiny through the prophetic ministry of his anointed servant, Prophet Abel Taiwojo, tagged No More Delay. Is a special, powerful program you need at this time. Join us on Friday 8th to Sunday 10th of December 2023 at Mercy Camp, Kilometer 18 Ibadan Expressway, Osengiri, Ibadan. Friday and Saturday morning session from 9 a.m. to 12 noon WAT. Afternoon session 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. WAT. Vigil 12 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. WAT. And on Sunday 10th of December from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon WAT. While Vigil will be coming up from 10 p.m. till dawn. Music ministrations by Elijah Akintunde, Adeyinka Lashiyori, Dare Melody, and Dare Justify. God's servants will be ministering so powerfully. Prophet Taiwojo and other anointed ministers of God. For inquiries 0805-027-5779. Connect with us on Facebook at Prophet Taiwojo Live.
All right, it's 10:19 on Solutions 93.9 FM. It's the time where you get to drop your own suggestion or comments, react to some of the issues we've discussed this morning. And the numbers to call 0909-888-9939, 0909-888-9939, or 0912-222-2939, 0912-222-2939. You can as well drop your comment on our X platform or jump on our Facebook page, Solutions 939 FM.
Okay, good morning, Solutions FM. This is on WhatsApp, actually. This is Triple O from Okeado. Says, good morning, Solutions FM. Of course, I understand the anger out there. Protest, etc. It's justified, but we should handle it with utmost care, so we don't demoralize our gallant officers. Mistakes happen, and I believe the most honorable thing to do is to take responsibility, which the military has done, though in a shabby way, is unfortunate and highly tragic. On the business environment, especially on the companies pulling out of Nigeria business environment is not conducive. It's no longer news. A country where small business could die automatically because a government official doesn't like your face. We need to do more. On our X platform, is actually rated. And let's take a quick history of PNG, which we have been saying will be pulling out. PNG, this is from Chijoke Ike. PNG entered the Nigerian space in 1992, employing only 40 people in their large Lagos office. Fast forward 10 years, they had employed a total of 1,800 people from the Nigerian labor market. In 2015, the APC government took over from PDP, promising change. As of 2018, PNG laid off over its first batch of 120 staff, shutting down their biggest plant in Ogun State, as at the time their plant was the single biggest American-owned non-oil investment in Nigeria. Fast forward to 2021, they conducted another round of redundancies in Ibadan. Now in 2023, they are finally thrown in the towel due to obscenely high cost of operations and corrupt practices slowing down the supply chain. Now, over 1,500 people will lose their jobs. That's 1,500 families not sure of their next source of income. That's 7,500 people not sure about how they'll feed next year. Let's not even mention local economies that will be affected. That was a really...
I saw the close then.
Really,
but I know
I'm not gonna take that.
You deliberately skipped that part.
I wouldn't take that. And Daniel Osato says same thing happened in Unilever PLC. The company keeps selling out their plant and also laid off over 180 staff as of 2021, setting off NSD, Lipton, soap department, and Blue Band factories. This is actually true because I don't see this particular brand in the market anymore. All these factories was sold when the black man took over because they're trying to save cost. Okay, at Evuto Johnson first on X says foreign companies in Nigeria are ready to leave. We are doomed already. I don't think we're doomed, but we have to just keep hoping that the trips the president is making would actually yield some results. Like Comrie says, we have to give it a year, but that 1 year, what happens? Remember, you can join us live 0909 888 9939 0912 222 to 939 0909 888 9939 and 0912 222 to 939. And on Facebook is at Solutions 939 FM. On X is at Solutions 939 FM. No light at the end of the tunnel. Hey. Oh my God. So Precious says, hit the ground running, but no companies they run for ammo.
Hit the ground running.
But no companies they run around. Okay. Realms in that 1,500 workers, 1,300 are from a tribe that stood out and still standing on this magic. Shege Pro Max, no be omit? Very big question. Okay, it's job that is stopping the protest stroke revolution. We are getting there. Okay, we are saying that is because people still have jobs that is stopping protest and revolution. Okay. Now the conqueror, the emperor on X says the mandate must stand. Oh, Nigeria is like learning the hard way. Why didn't teach us enough? We need another class teacher. Hence we got blah blah. Okay, but let the dance continue. According to a renowned economist at Tolu, let's see, if the product of P&G become expensive, buy other generic cheap brands. Okay, that's your own suggestion. But the question here is, if more companies keep leaving Nigeria, where does Nigeria stand?
And my fear actually is the rate of unemployment that is going to skyrocket.
Imagine
I mean,
7,500 people.
Like that statement said, like that comment said, I mean, that is 1,500 families. And I mean, to everybody that has a job, there are people
underneath.
As in, they are benefiting in one way or the other.
7,500. Let's just estimate 10,000 people that won't have food, that would have clothing this Christmas.
Well, I don't like to sound pessimistic. Like
God.
I always say, we need to keep being optimistic and keep hoping that things will get better. And just like Comrade Ajishokbe has already been saying, that the reforms that the new administration has put in place will not, it's a situation of Rome was not built in a day. Nigerians should keep enduring and hoping that things will get better.
I reserve my comment.
I in as much as I'm tempted to say something, but I also like to reserve my comment, just like you. But I just, it really hurts me when I keep saying this thing. I mean, I was coming to work this morning. There was a particular filling station I branched at, and the queue was so huge. Then there were even some filling stations that are closed, and I keep telling myself, this is a country that produces crude oil in large quantity. I mean, have you ever seen a butcher a man that sells meat and his kids are starving and they are eating, they are even struggling to even eat bones. I mean, that is the perfect situation that we're experiencing. But like I keep saying, let's hope for the better and keep praying and being optimistic.
My name is Favor.
Okay, my name is Adedamola Lafenwa. I will leave you in the hands of this particular song that has a very strong and deep message done by Kent Edunjobi. He called this one Alakala. Wishing you a very blessed day. Good morning once again.